Imagine yourself in late 18th century Vienna, a city not yet filled with the sounds of engines and horns, but instead alive with the melodies of music drifting through the air. The cobblestone streets echo with footsteps, and the glow of candlelight spills from windows, illuminating a world where art and culture reign supreme. String quartets float from open windows, their harmonies mingling with the laughter and chatter of passers-by. Opera singers rehearse passionately behind closed doors, while street musicians fill the squares with lively tunes. Everywhere you turn, the city pulses with creative energy and artistic ambition, making Vienna the beating heart of Europe's musical world. In this vibrant world, two names stood above all others: Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, the child prodigy whose dazzling genius captivated audiences across Europe, and Antonio Salieri, the esteemed imperial Kapellmeister, whose influence shaped the very sound of the city. Mozart was the era's true rock star, brilliant, unpredictable, and envied by many. His music was electrifying, his personality larger than life, and his presence impossible to ignore. Salieri, on the other hand, was the consummate professional. He ruled Vienna's musical establishment with discipline and grace, earning respect from the court and his peers alike. Yet their story is more than just a tale of rivalry. It became a legend, a myth that would outlive them both. The story of Salieri's supposed jealousy and Mozart's mysterious, untimely death has fascinated generations. Was Salieri truly the villain history has painted him to be, or was he simply a convenient scapegoat for a society unwilling to accept that even the greatest genius can be brought down by fate, circumstance, or their own humanity? Today, we peel back the layers of legend, rumour and speculation. We'll sift through historical records, personal letters and the music itself to uncover the truth behind one of classical music's greatest mysteries. The overture is complete. The stage is set. Let the drama begin. Vienna in the 1780s was not just the political heart of the Habsburg Empire, it was the undisputed musical capital of Europe, a city alive with the sounds of orchestras, operas, and chamber music echoing through its grand streets and candlelit salons. Here, composers from across the continent flocked to seek their fortunes, vying for prestige, patronage, and, above all, survival in a fiercely competitive environment where only the most talented and well-connected could hope to thrive. Antonio Salieri, as imperial Kapellmeister, enjoyed a rare position of security and influence. He had the emperor's ear and the power to decide which music would be performed at court. Salieri was not just a composer. He was the gatekeeper of Vienna's musical life, shaping the city's tastes and careers. Mozart, by contrast, was a freelancer, brilliant, innovative, but financially unstable. He hustled for commissions, taught students, and performed wherever he could, always seeking the next opportunity to support himself and his family. His genius was undeniable, but his position was precarious. The city's musical scene was a battleground of politics, taste, and ambition. Composers competed not only for money and recognition, but also for the favor of powerful patrons and fickle audiences. Every concert, every salon gathering, was a chance to win or lose everything. Salieri led the influential Italian opera faction, commanding respect and resources as he promoted the style favored by the imperial court. Meanwhile, Mozart, the German-speaking outsider, fought for his place in a world that often viewed him with suspicion, struggling to introduce his own bold ideas and win over the city's elite. Their rivalry was real, marked by competition and occasional tension, but so too was the mutual respect and the intricate web of relationships that defined their professional world. They were both products and shapers of their time. In this high-stakes environment, even minor slights or perceived insults could spark rumors, feeding the city's appetite for intrigue and planting the seeds of a darker legend that would outlast them both. This was the crucible in which the myth of murder was forged, a world where music, ambition, and rumor collided to create a story that still fascinates us today. The poison rumor didn't begin with a headline. Wife Constanza recalled his paranoia, and the mysterious commission of his Requiem only fueled his suspicions. Yet for decades the idea remained a private family fear, until literature transformed it. In 1830, Pushkin's play Mozart and Salieri cast Salieri as the jealous murderer, a narrative so compelling it blurred fact and fiction. Rimsky-Korsakov's opera and later Peter Schaffer's Amadeus brought the myth to global audiences, cementing Salieri's villainous reputation. The story's psychological depth and dramatic flair made it irresistible. What began as a dying man's fear became a legend retold for generations. The myth had eclipsed the man. To truly assess the enduring poison theory, we must look closely at Mozart's final months, a time marked by both feverish creativity and a mysterious, rapidly worsening illness. These were days of both brilliance and suffering, as Mozart poured his soul into his music while his health steadily declined. Despite his failing health, he worked tirelessly on masterpieces like the Magic Flute and La Clemenza di Tito, determined to fulfill his commitments and push the boundaries of his art. Most haunting of all was the Requiem, a mass for the dead, commissioned by an anonymous messenger. The secrecy surrounding this commission only fueled speculation, both then and now, about its true purpose and the identity of the mysterious patron. On December 5th, at just 35 years old, Mozart's life came to a tragic end. His death sent shockwaves through Vienna and the entire musical world. The official cause was listed as severe miliary fever, a vague and unsatisfying diagnosis by today's standards. Modern medicine still debates what truly killed him. Was it rheumatic fever, kidney failure, or something more sinister? His burial in a common grave, dictated by Viennese law and his ongoing financial troubles, only deepened the sense of tragedy and mystery. There was no grand monument, no public ceremony, just a quiet, unmarked resting place. No autopsy was performed and his body was never exhumed. This left a void of answers, creating fertile ground for speculation and conspiracy theories that would persist for centuries. The lack of clear medical evidence and the secrecy surrounding his final days left the door wide open for rumors of foul play, poisoning and betrayal to flourish in the public imagination. In the absence of certainty, myth and legend rushed in to fill the silence, ensuring that Mozart's final days would remain shrouded in mystery forever. Let's consider the prosecution's case. First, Mozart's own fear of poisoning, recounted by Constanza, gives the theory emotional weight. The motive, classic jealousy. Salieri, the established master, threatened by Mozart's rising star. Mozart's letters mention court intrigues and the Italian cabal allegedly blocking his path. Salieri at the center. The mysterious Requiem commission with its secretive messenger seemed to Mozart like a harbinger of doom. Decades later, rumors swirled that a senile Salieri confessed to murder on his deathbed, a story that spread quickly and stuck. Beethoven's conversation books even mention the rumor, giving it further life. The pieces fit together for those eager to believe in a dramatic plot. But is suspicion enough to convict? The case for poison is built on whispers, not proof. Now, the defense. Historical evidence paints a different picture of Salieri, not as a villain, but as a respected colleague. Salieri conducted Mozart's works, collaborated with him, and had no reason to fear for his own position. He was secure, successful, and a sought-after teacher to the next generation of composers. Medical analysis of Mozart's symptoms points to acute rheumatic fever, not poisoning. His illness was tragically common for the era. As for the alleged confession, Salieri's nurses and doctors swore he never admitted to any crime. The rumor appears to be hospital gossip, amplified by a public hungry for scandal. Strip away the drama and the poisoning theory collapses under scrutiny. The truth is far less sensational, but far more plausible. The confession rumor is the linchpin of the myth, but its foundation is shaky at best. In his final years, Salieri suffered from dementia and was hospitalized after a suicide attempt. Amid his confusion, rumors spread that he confessed to murdering Mozart, a story eagerly seized by the public. Yet, no direct evidence exists, only third-hand accounts and hearsay. Salieri's caregivers denied any confession, and Salieri himself publicly refuted the accusation before his death. The rumor persisted because it fit the narrative people wanted, a tragic villain haunted by guilt. In reality, Salieri was a frail old man, not a criminal mastermind. The myth endured, fueled by drama, not fact. So what do historians say? The consensus is clear: Salieri did not poison Mozart. Archival research reveals a relationship of rivalry and respect, not murderous hatred. Salieri even supported Mozart's family after his death, teaching his son and promoting his music. The image of Salieri as a jealous assassin is a product of fiction, not fact. Medical evidence points to natural causes: acute rheumatic fever, likely complicated by kidney failure. Mozart's death was tragic, but not unique. Many in Vienna died of similar illnesses that winter. The real villain was disease, not envy. The truth is less operatic, but no less human. If the evidence is so clear, why does the myth persist? Because we crave stories with heroes, villains, and meaning. The tale of Mozart and Salieri has all the elements of great drama: genius, jealousy, and a tragic end. It offers a satisfying explanation for Mozart's early death, transforming random tragedy into purposeful narrative. Salieri, as imagined by Pushkin and Schaffer, embodies our own insecurities and envy, making him a compelling, relatable figure. Salieri was not a villain, but a victim of rumor and legend. And so, the curtain falls, but the music and the myth play on.